Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. We are on the Priest and we're at Brunel Village, so I've done a couple of things since you've last seen the Priest, and we'll talk about a few of them now. You can see that we are at level 11. For our talent points, I've gone ahead and I'm spending them on Spirit Tap. Eventually this is going to give us a 100% chance to gain a 100% bonus to our spirit after we defeat a target. And so that's going to be greater mana regen between combat once we put all 5 points into this, so that's where we're going first. I've also worked on our tailoring. So that's where we're at with tailoring. We're actually wearing quite a bit of our own self-made gear. We have brown linen robes, we have heavy linen gloves, a linen belt, simple linen pants, and we have, well, that's not something we made, but we have made a few pieces of our own gear. And I've spent quite a bit of time fighting kobolds in Elwyn Forest to gain the linen necessary to skill that up. We've done a couple fetch quests as well. There was a fetch quest here at Brunel Village just to swap out a barrel of mead at the local inn, so I've gone ahead and done that. And so what we're working on now is we have a favor for Evershine, which we picked up here. I have a cask of Evershine handy, but can you do me a favor? Brunel Village could use a hand against the wild animals that wander the nearby snows. Sometimes they wander close. We're not afraid of these bears and cats and boars, no self-respecting dwarf would be. But if you can take care of those animals for us, then we'd have more time for our crafting and brewing. We also picked up a perfect stout, also from one of the dwarves here. I'm on a quest to make the perfect stout. I know I can do it, brewing is in my blood. I just need to find the right recipe. The Frostmane trolls grow a plant, shimmerweed, high up in the hills to the east. They use it in their strange tribal rituals. We dwarfs haven't found much use for it, but it has a unique taste, and I want to experiment with it for my brews. Alright, so that's what we're looking at right now. Let's go ahead and track that one as well. So we'll be heading back out to the west to fight more leper gnomes. And then we're going to swing over here, and there's a series of plateaus connected by bridges where the trolls are at up here, and we'll look for shimmerweed in baskets there. In between all of that, we will be on the lookout for any ice claw bears, elder crag boars, and snow leopards that we come across. So yeah, for tailoring, I'll do probably the same thing. Every time I make a significant improvement in tailoring or I've made some gear, I'll usually find some time to show you guys the progress that we've made there, since it won't be that I do in actual recordings. A couple other things, we have Mind Blast now. Blast the target for 39 to 44 shadow damage but causes a high amount of threat. Threat would be important if we were in a dungeon, but solo, it's just a really high damage dealing spell, and it's on an 8-second cooldown, so we can't spam it, but we can use it once or twice every combat if we feel like it. Typically what I do is I'll just throw up Mind Blast, Shadow Word Pain, and 1 Smite, and after that we can usually just melee down the enemy. Melee will probably turn into a wand eventually when we do have a wand to equip. But right now I've been fine with just hitting them with the old mace. Let's see, oh, this way. We need to find more leper gnomes because we need to finish Operation Recombobulation. That's right, these guys will run away from us. Glad that tree didn't serve as much of a line of sight. We also got rank 2 of Shadow Word Pain. So our Shadow Word Pain is now dealing a little bit more damage over time. And we got rank 3 of Lesser Heal. Okay, I don't like how they're pathing over here, seemingly just to screw us over, but what can you do? At least we out-level them by a few levels. Might be the only thing that saves us.
That's still recharging.
Come on, we need to finish one of these guys off right away.
My mana is low.
That wasn't very pretty. These guys seem to have a lot of restabilization cogs and not a lot of gyromechanic gears. Not sure if different types of leper gnomes are dropping different items. I think they're all just regular old leper gnomes, aren't they? Yeah, they don't seem to have any other classifications. It's nice when they have one of each. And you can see up here, we Spirit Tap procced after we defeated that guy, so we got 100% increased Spirit, and it allows for 50% regeneration while we continue to cast. So we actually got quite a bit of mana back from that. And that's going to be incredibly useful to us as we quest. Obviously not as useful in dungeons, but we do have to keep in mind that any kind of regeneration we can get while out in the open world is going to mean less time that we spend between combat drinking. And eventually it'll be at 100%, which means it'll proc every single time we defeat an enemy. This one is level 10, so we might have to throw away some more mana on this pull. I'd love to at least get a better mace soon so we can deal more melee damage if we don't get a wand from a quest. We could look for a wand in the auction house, but sometimes stuff is pretty pricey and eventually we'll get one. And if I go buy one, we'll probably get one right after I buy one. "26 cold milks should last us a little while. We should at least be able to finish up these 3 quests before we run out of beverages, I hope." That's the goal, at least. I don't know why we pulled this guy too. I thought he was more than far enough away.
That spell
It's actually pretty annoying. Okay, got him. Scroll of Spirit, we'll go ahead and use that now. The more mana regen, the better. It's going to be absolutely essential to keep us moving. I'll never quite understand why the realm time is 2 minutes or so off from my actual local time. It's a little bit odd. But I guess it's super accurate, so it makes sense. Reducing our strength by 2 for 5 minutes. That would hurt us a lot if we were a warrior. Not as much for a priest.
I can't cast that yet.
Try to get a good look at them, but they get so close to you and they're so short, it makes it kind of difficult. Uh-oh. Let's just let him die. Because I'm pretty sure we just pulled all those guys. Yeah, we did. Could potentially keep one of them. But we do need to drop the other one. There we go. Oh, that's really crappy. Usually you can keep damage on one and pull it back as far as you like, and if they're in a group, the other will reset. Maybe they're chained together so that that's impossible for those two. I don't know. We've definitely done pulls like that before. Oh well. This guy is just doing laps around the entire compound. Hello, buddy. Come over here. These guys may be the next enemies that I farm for linen. Since they are a little bit higher level, I can get some good kill experience out of them. And we need more linen to continue with our tailoring. I think we'll need linen till, well, till we get wool. But we should be able to skill up our tailoring quite a bit more before we need wool. And I'm hoping we can make some more gear with stats on it before then. It's nice to get whatever stats we can on our gear. Even if it's just something like one spirit, everything will start to help. And it actually does feel really rewarding to create stuff for your character that you're actually going to equip on your character, so that is fun as well. One more gear, and then we can head back towards where the trolls are at. That's not gonna go off in time, is it? Alright, we got him, I think. Yes, we did. Oops. I guess the warlocks got him tagged now as well, which means we're probably gonna be stuck in combat with this one until that one's defeated. Yeah, see, once you're sharing aggro with somebody, sometimes you just get on the aggro chain of other creatures. Still one more. There we go. Now we can get out of here and leave Nomergon behind. Until about level 29 or so. Then we'll come back and do the Nomergon dungeon. Which is where that ramp led us to with those enemies that were quite a bit higher level than us. That's where we would go to get to the actual Nomergon dungeon. So I'm really hoping that we'll get to see. We do need some of these boars, and the bears that I see off in the distance as well. Like the ice claw bear right there that thankfully was too low of a level to aggro us, even though he seemingly passed right by us. It's another good thing about having a couple levels on the enemies that you're surrounded by is that you don't get jumped as often from a distance. Because they'll kind of avoid you a little bit unless you're right in their path or you get way too close. We need to go all the way across the lake to get to where the trolls are at, so let's start making our way that way. We'll take out some of the bears on the way. And we do need to find some more leopards, which I think there are more to the south of us. Probably in some other places as well. Angry ice claw bear with his solid red eyes. Now, how we get up there, that is another question. Whoa, we're gonna avoid. Oh, well, I wanted to avoid that, but I'd also like to take this guy out. I don't know though. 2 level 8s and a level 10 against us at level 11. That just seems like it's not gonna work out in our favor. Now, if we were level 13 or 14, then he's right here on this middle island. Perhaps we will check this out when we're a bit higher level. I see a way up straight ahead of us.
What can I get for you?
Oh, there's actually water in this lake. It's probably, you would think, frigid cold, and we'd get hypothermia in moments. But it's okay, because we're super resilient, apparently. That's a waste of mana, but it's fine. We'll drink after this. So far the zone hopping is working out, I think. It's nice to start seeing some quests turn green. We're looking at Elwie and everything's still yellow, so we don't have to worry about that for a while. We'll get more experience this way in the lower level zones, which will speed us up. The lower level zones, the questing is more compact. As you can see, we're able to take quite a few quests and do them in the same area at the same time without having to go back to camp. And as you progress and get into the higher level zones, things start to get more spread out. And you stop being able to double and triple up your quests like that. So the more stuff we can do at low levels as a green quest, the better off we'll be. And you just get to see more of the game early on and more of the different areas throughout the game. It won't leave us in as perilous a position later on when we're in a zone, we're working our way through it, and then we're not quite out level of the zone, but all we have are elite quests that we can't find groups for, or things like that. Now, if I pull this one guy, he's a seer, he's probably going to stand there and cast at us. We're looking for these baskets. And there's a bunch of them. I just don't know if we're going to be able to take all three of those guys. Maybe we come over here and we just see what this guy does. We don't have any kind of interrupt, so if he has a heal, we're in trouble. He's not healing himself. So that's really good news. And we might be able to get both these baskets without aggroing any of the guys in the middle. Though there are 3 baskets right there if we could figure out how to take these guys out one at a time.
That spell isn't.
We'll keep an eye out for any patrollers, though I haven't seen any except maybe this guy. He might have moved. Yeah, he's moving. Oh, he's running. And he's running all the way up to that hill. Okay, good to know. This guy runs at least from there all the way up the hill. Alright. We won't stand in either of those spots, and we'll hope that he doesn't run over here next. I want to try to get this guy out of there. Well, let's just see what happens. Oh no! Oh, that was bad timing, wasn't it? Yeah, this was bad timing. We're gonna hope that this resets them. So we can't pull from the middle without pulling at least 2. The patroller runs from the front gate up the hill, then back down into the middle of that camp. So that's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Maybe we try crossing one of these bridges and getting into a different area. I mean, we only need 4 more baskets. But there were 3 right there in that camp, but I don't think we're gonna... Oh, that's a large cragboard. We don't need that. I don't think we're gonna clear that camp of 3 without giving ourselves a lot more problems than we necessarily need. Alright, so we have all the bears that we need. We do need a couple more boar, and we need a bunch of snow leopards that we're gonna have to hunt out separately. Okay, let's try this again. This time, let's go this way. Though, I guess there's no guarantee that there's anything over here. I don't see any trolls. And worst of all, I don't see any baskets. Is this just a way down? This is just another way up or down. Okay. Maybe the baskets that we already looted will respawn soon. It's one thing we can hope for. But it doesn't look like that's the case. That's kind of tricky. I'm not sure about this. All I can think is maybe they actually drop the item as well. Can I pull just this guy? Is there any way to do this?
That's still recharging.
Nobody else has moved yet. Okay, nice, nice. Maybe we can help this guy out. Oh, we could have, but he might have had it all on his own. And now we have to deal with this guy. At least he's not grabbing both of our baskets. Oh, they do drop it. Okay, so the seers...
I need to target something
The
first.
seers have the ability to drop the item. It's fine, we will take the baskets. I'm completely okay with that. We did help out a little bit. Alright, from here, let's see. Maybe we just head south and we can look for the snow leopards and the remaining crag boars that we need. Oh, hello.
That spell isn't ready.
I don't know if it protects against fall damage. I don't know. We don't need large crag boars, so we're in the wrong area for that. If we go east for crag boars, then swing south for snow leopards, and then head back to the west. That might be a plan that could work for us. There aren't any wandering around on the lake. There are some wolves out there, and that's about it. There's a leopard.
Target.
This area right here just south of the lake seems like a great place to find leopards and boars and bears if you need them. Even at 40%, we get Spirit Tap quite a bit. Alright, now we just need snow leopards. It's nice when we can get 2 pulls out of our power word shield. Two more. There we go. I see the 2 we need right down here amongst the bears. Questionable. There we go. And now we head up to Brunel Village and make sure we turn in the ones that actually turn in there. I think one of them might turn in back in Karanos.
Here there.
Thank you. It'll be nice to work our crafts without hearing so many growls and snorts outside the village. And here's your cask of Evershine. And again, thank you for hunting earlier. Okay.
Watch your back.
Wait, what is that one? Are we delivering something to somebody?
Talk to me.
We do have the Shimmerweed. I can't wait to use these in some of my recipes. There's one in particular I think it'll work great in. Let's take the bracers, are a little bit better than what we have equipped. I'd like my brother Weltar to try my new Shimmer Stout. He's a mountaineer stationed in the Southern Guard Tower, one of the 2 towers on the border to Loch Modan. He may not be a brewer like the rest of us barley brews, but he loves his drinks, and I know he'll like this one. Can you bring him this barrel of Shimmer Stout for me?
Off with you.
I'm assuming that that's going to be basically the breadcrumb into Loch Modan. Alright, let's take a look at what we have. This has to go back to Steel Girls Depot. This must go back to Karanos. And then the Shimmer Stout is the breadcrumb to Loch Modan. We could hearth and just go hearth back. We are pretty far. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. It seems like an okay time to use our hearth. Right, this was the quest we found in the random building with the gnomes.
Hey!
These gyromechanic gears and restabilization cogs are in perfect accordance with Ozzy's schematics for the recombobulation device. Once I add some hydrolubricant to the intercombustion pistons, adjust the cranko ratchet, and increase the viscosity of the electro-gum gel, the gnomish race will be as good as new. Somehow, I don't think it's going to work out.
You have a great day now.
Let me install these gyromechanic gears and restabilization cogs, and we'll fire up the recombobulator. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Time to save the entire gnomish race. Here goes nothing. Oh great, says the leper gnome. The recombobulator is shaping up quite nicely, just a few adjustments to go. Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm assuming it's gonna like turn him into goo or something. Yeah. Well, he's turned into a bunch of bright lights. He turned into a chicken. It doesn't seem to have had the intended effect. And they don't seem to have a follow-up. Guys, you saw what happened, right? No? Okay, moving on.